Well. Let's extend our bar chord shapes, even though we're not barring them, are we? Let's extend our caged chord shapes. That's a better way of putting it. We are going to start with major 7. And what we're going to do is we're going to play an A chord, and then we're going to play an A major 7. And then we're going to play the next shape of the A chord, and then we're going to play that shape as a major 7, etc., etc. As we move up. No click needed, just feel your way through it. That's an A chord. And what we want to do in order to create a major 7 is lower the root, not the lowest string, not that one, but that one. Lower that a semitone. It's important to do this because then you'll feel and see what the difference really is. And we played the G shape, which is the next shape. We'll be connecting them before, right? It's there, but we can't do that. It's too difficult. So we want to play the upper part. We can let this A string ring just to kind of make it simpler for us. And then we lower that note. Maybe only play those 3 strings. And then we play an E shape. And lower that note. That's a good major 7 shape. We still think of it as an E shape. You can do this one as well. D shape. That's the root, right? So we lower it there. Don't do this. That's alright actually. Once you changed it from that to major 7, you can include that root. Clearly not a bar chord, we're fretting each individual note. That's the root. Major 7. So feel your way around this. And the way to work it out is to identify where your root is. And once you know where your root is, you lower that and you have your major 7 chord. Now you want to do that in D as well, obviously, and then G and then C. So let's just quickly look at that. So D, D major 7, D in a C shape, D major 7, D in an A shape, D major 7, D in a G shape, D major 7, D in an E shape, D major 7, and also the lower version, and back down again. And then G. Here, this is a nice one. I love that one. Even that. So no metronome, no guidance really, just go in between the different ones in order to point out to yourself, where is my major 7? And that's how you learn it. Next chord up is the dominant 7, and that's the same thing, you just lower it another semitone. So if we go back to A, we know now that that's our root, so that's going to be there, 2 frets down. back to A, 2 frets down. Still think of this as a G shape, and then we have the E shape here. We can either go here, which you want to play like that actually. Skip the 5th string. You can play it there as well. You could play that like this. So you're visualizing this. You could even visualize this. But oh my god. It sounds awful and it hurts so much. D. Great shape. Use it all the time. C shape. That's your, so that's the root. Major 7, flat 7. I prefer playing just those 3. See, smaller sounds better. So practice that. Move up and down. It doesn't have to be like I am playing everything perfect. Just move through the shapes. A-7, how's that done then? So again, obviously you want to do that in D as well. So D7, C-shaped, A-shaped, G-shaped, E-shaped, etc., etc., etc. You gotta go through all keys. That's how you know and can tell yourself that I know how to do this now because I've done it in all 12 keys. If you can run through, say you do dominant 7 and you do it in all 12 keys, you don't make any major mistakes, then that's it. You completed it. Congratulations, you can move on. A minor. A-7. We know how this is gonna be like because that's the root. That's gonna be a minor 7. We lower it 2 frets. G minor shape. It's a bit trickier to understand. That's our root, but we're playing a minor 3rd there. That's 2 frets. So it's going to be there. Simple to play, bit weird to see, because it's coming from a string we're already playing. E minor shape is going to be the same thing. So it's actually the G minor 7 shape and the E minor 7 shape, they're the same. D minor shape there, D minor 7 shape there. C minor, huge difference. You know the one you can't play there? Now, as a minor 7, we take that 5th there and we put it up there to the flat 7. And we take the root there and we make it a minor 3rd. So this becomes this. Looks very different to that, doesn't it? So that's gonna take a while to get used to, I suppose. And then we're back here. Same thing twice. A-7 could be there as well, actually, because that's the same note. It could be here as well, because that's a root. Same note. You can see that in that shape. And then you do it all in D as well, right? Final example, minor 7 flat 5. Now we don't start with an A minor and then turn it into minor 7 and then flat 5. We start with a minor 7. So A-7, that's our 5th, right? That's an A-7 flat 5. G minor shape, that's our 5th. So that's our A-7 flat 5 in a G minor shape. Here's the weird one. Let's say it's like that. An E-shaped minor 7. Because it could be that, right? But it could also be that. So flat 5 is there, which we know from our blues scale. Crazy chord. You just want to play this bit, really. And now that's the same as the D minor shape. That's the D minor 7. So before we had A minor 7 in a G minor shape and A minor 7 in an E minor shape look the same. Here, the minor 7 flat 5 is the same in the E minor shape and the D minor shape. So they both overlap there. This one's awful. So where are we? D minor shape, next one C minor, right? So here we had, remember when it was minor 7, it became that. Now then. So stupid. Basically, don't do it. So I think, see, remember that one became that in a bar chord. It's like this. So I say play that one, ignore this one. Oh, not that, because it sounds horrific. And here they're overlapping. So that's kind of the only flaw within the CAGED system when you come to the A minor 7 flat 5. It don't really have its own shapes anymore. And in a way, you could say that, oh, it's not really working then. Well, that's what happens with this system in the end. Kind of, they all blend together basically. When you look at scales, you'll see how they blend together as well, and that's kind of the strength of it. So it might seem like a weakness here, because you want to be theoretically correct. You could say this is the E minor shape and this is the D minor shape, but really, why would you ever play that? You just play that. And this one, oh man, it's so bad. Just play that one. Okay, so that's all and obviously you need to do that in all keys. Otherwise, you can't do it, right? If you haven't done it, you can't do it. So play through all of them, all 4 chords in all 5 shapes in all 12 keys. It won't take you that long, just a little bit every day. Be like, oh, it's Thursday. Today I'm going to do all my dominant 7 chord shapes in 5 keys. And then tomorrow, day after that, you do all your minor 7 chords. Maybe you can do them in all 12 keys. Just keep doing that until you're like, well, I can do this now. I've proved it to myself, therefore I can do it. And then you move on to step 5. And step 5, we're going to connect these extended chords. We're not going to connect them. We're going to play the closest possible shape. It's a different way of like memorizing them and getting them under your fingers. It's actually easier than what you saw today. So I'll see you in the next step.